Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel, How We Moved the Decimal. In today's video, I am going to be listing 10 items from my death pile. As you can see, my custom label is 73, so the next couple of videos are going to come from tub 73. And if you guys do remember from my eBay photographing video, I was photographing items for tub 73 back in February, and it is currently the last week of June. Now, the past almost 6 months have been a bit of a blur, as those of us that are parents of school-age children call Maycember, because so much stuff is going on. But to catch everybody up, this is my first eBay video back. We were on vacation and at camp and everything, and I was making packing videos for that. But we are back, and we're back to listing. This is also coinciding to when our store, we normally start listing again anyway. Like I've said in previous videos, May and June, I pretty much take off. And a grand majority of June, we did put our store on vacation mode. So I wasn't selling anything anyway. And I did not allow buyers to buy items while I was on vacation or to make offers while I was on vacation, because that's just added stress. You can do it if you would like, but for myself, it's too much stress to put on, especially when I'm thinking like the last couple days of vacation. This year, I did something I have not done in previous years, and I did not start my store back up while I was still on vacation. I do have 2-day shipping normally on all my items. And with gas prices going up, I'm actually going back and forth on making that longer. Granted, it's not that big of a deal when I am back at work, but in the summers, I do have summers off. When I'm back at work, no matter which of my 2 locations I'm at, I am close to a post office, so I'm not going out of my way and I'm not really wasting that much gas to go there. I am this year taking mileage off on my taxes, which I have not in previous years, but because of the cost of gas and having to put an all-new engine in my 10-year-old van because I can't afford the price of a new car right now. No Teslas for me, guys. Sorry, my eBay YouTube business has not taken off. We have not bought a new house. I have not bought a Tesla. I have not, matted it or wrapped it or whatever. I don't have a storage unit. I don't have a warehouse. I don't have employees. It's just me and my husband. However, my 12-year-old has shown some interest in this. Now, do I think he has interest in reselling? No, he has interest in making money. And so we'll see how that goes. And if you guys remember my old videos, if you've watched in my old videos, one of the places I worked at did permanently shut down in May. So I am down a job. I still have one job, but I'm down a job. And I'm going back and forth. I'm going back and forth on whether or not to up eBay, to think of another side hustle, to maybe go back to substitute teaching, just to see, bring money in. We are fortunate enough to get by, but we are right on that line. And being right on that line can make us way too close to the line without me working several jobs. So I'm up in the air. I am ramping up my eBay business. If nothing else, I need to get through my death pile. I have all the way up to tub 81 photographed, and I'm still just now listing tub 73 again the last week of June. But my sales really, really ramp up right before school starts. I do want to say something about this hat that is currently listing. This is my original hat. My school would take an 8th grade graduation trip, and I'm dating myself. I'm dating how old I am. My school would take an 8th grade graduation trip. We are a poor school. We had to pay for our own trip, and since we are in central Illinois, we went to Six Flags St. Louis, and my parents gave me $20 for souvenirs, and I got this hat and I got a t-shirt on clearance. So this is the hat. I am not a hat person. I only wear hats when hiking so I don't get ticks and bugs in my hair. So I decided to let this hat go. But this is my original hat and I want to say I graduated in 8th grade in 98, from 1998. It is a Tasmanian devil hat. It is like a weird corduroy, like it's not like cotton. It's got a weird texture to it. Snapback hat. Now, if you're on the edge of your seats, I still do have the t-shirt, and it is a gossamer, which is like the big red hairy monster. And I still wear that shirt because in the late 90s, we oversized everything. Maybe it was just the thrifty person in me that I wanted to still be able to wear it when I was 40 and quite larger than I was in the 90s, but I still have it and I still do wear it. And I've gotten compliments on it before. So they're like, cool vintage shirt. I'm like, yeah, original owner. I'm vintage. That's fun. So that's a little story behind this hat that I just listed. There is a lot of hats in this. I normally don't list hats. Hats are not my thing. I had the hat that I just listed, the Tasmanian Devil hat. Then this hat was my husband's. It's a green old school hat. And it's a longer bill, like an oversized bill. And I found old school hats and how they're related to Vans, but I couldn't find this particular hat. So I priced it a little higher than the ones listed because I couldn't find this exact hat. So that was my rationale to the price. One of the also things I want to point out is when you're going through the categories at the top, it did not give me a unisex option. However, when I went to list it, as you just saw, I clicked on unisex for the hat. So it did give me an option there. Now, another hat I list later on, I'll talk about that also, but I think I list 4 hats in this lot, so there was a lot of hats. Now I'm listing some more of my husband's stuff. Like I've said in all the previous videos, you need to list what you have, clean your closet out. If you have limited income, go through what you have first. Go through your house first. Go through your friends' houses. A lot of my friends will give us stuff that they don't want anymore, knowing that I will sell it. But I don't know how it is where you guys are, but the thrift stores here are just inundated, and a lot of them don't take donations right now, or they do take donations and it's once a week. And you have to schedule it ahead of time. You have to do it during the workday and all that stuff. So a lot of times I will just offer to take it, and then whatever I don't use, I will arrange a donate time because my schedule is a little more flexible than the average person's schedule. So the average office employee may not be able to get out at noon to do a scheduled donation, but I can. So that's around that. A lot of these shirts are my husband's that he either decided he didn't like. Ironically, they came from thrift stores first. So they either came from the thrift stores or the bins. We were joking that we needed new wardrobes for work before work starts up again. My husband works year round, but it really ramps up in August. I start again in August. We're like, we need to go to the bins. We need to go thrift store shopping. We need to get these our new wardrobe. I will say, in my next video, I'll talk about GoDaddy, but there's a lot of changes happening when we were on vacation, and the possibility of a recession. Most of you that watch my video, hi mom. We are old enough that we've lived through the first recession. Like, we were fairly old when the first recession. I had just graduated from grad school when the first recession happened, and was trying to get hired as a job, was trying to pay off student loans. And I think those of us that lived through the first one were fairly old enough. We see the writing on the wall. Am I going to go around in Chicken Little and freak out and, start hoarding toilet paper or whatever? No, but I will say the workplace I'm in could easily be non-existent if a recession happened. And hopefully, that wouldn't happen to my husband, but there is a possibility. I mean, one of the places I work already closed because of the perfect storm that has happened. So we're aware. I am really leery to go out and buy a large stockpile of inventory. I usually do in August, like I've said in previous videos. I'll usually go into July, beginning of August, buy several 100 pounds of clothes at the Goodwill outlet, and then just work through it through the year. I am hesitant to do that this year because I don't think I want a heavy backlog or stockpile, or even have the money to put down for that, because I have to drive 2.5 hours to the nearest Goodwill outlet, and Is it cheaper to drive and stay the night and get 2 days out of it? Is it cheaper just to knock it all off in one day? We really have to configure mileage and gas prices in this year when looking at stockpiling. And where I'm at with my death piles and stuff, I don't know if I necessarily need to, but I'm also terrified of not having enough come winter, because Midwestern winters don't allow a lot for travel. We've had several winters where we haven't been able to source from November to March because the weather has been that bad or our life has been that busy. This past February was really bad, really, really bad snow-wise. And if I wouldn't have had the stockpile, then I wouldn't have had anything to do. So that adds some stress to that. And I guess we run on a fiscal year, not on the year. If that makes sense. I'm wrapping everything up before July 1st. I'm doing all the inventory. And then usually after I do the inventory, after we figure out what we are donating, what we aren't donating, then that's when we will do this. We plan on having a garage sale at the end of July just to get out some dead stock. But I guess I'll see where we are at the end of July if I feel good, because we'd usually have the garage sale at the end of July, get rid of dead stock. Whatever money we make at that garage sale, we invest it right back in. So that's the money we would use to buy inventory. If we went to the outlet, we would go, if we made $100 at the rummage sale, we would do that. If we made $500, we would do that. But I just don't know. I don't know if I want to put that big of a purchase down. I'm not into the worlding it, but I'm very leery to spend chunks of money. We'll see. I know it's a business write-off in the end on taxes, but we are putting, this money that could be used for something else is being put to that. And I refuse to run my business on credit cards. If I have the cash, I'll spend the cash. I'm not going to go into debt to make money, because you're already then underwater and it's even harder to make a profit. So yeah, I won't put this on credit cards. I'll put it on cash. But do we want to tie that cash up right now is the question. So thank you for watching my video. Please tune in to the next ones where I'm going to talk about end of the year stuff. I'm going to talk about GoDaddy and QuickBooks and all of that. And thank you for watching.